Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning wherever you are. This is the Woo Report. Coming back from hiatus. I'm your host, Sam Woo. The Woo Report is streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Episode 79, titled Wedgewood Resigns, Habs PK Unit, and Wollman Rink. Sorry for the hiatus. I see everybody logging in to the Facebook Live. It's about 3:45 p.m. Eastern. Some Devils news today. Oh, yeah. Scott Wedgewood resigns with the New Jersey Devils. Matt Junio likes it. I like it. Two-way contract. Basically, the league minimum. It's a low risk. I like it. But, as we've talked about on the Let's Go Devils podcast and State of the Fan address, Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern and Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we've talked about this, that we think that Fitzgerald's not done with the goaltending situation. Last season, he signed Corey Crawford to a multi-year deal. That didn't work out. Crawford decided to retire from his contract and from the league. So that left the Devils in kind of a merry-go-round backup goalie situation, but Scott Wedgewood definitely earned this contract. It should be good to see him compete with all the other goaltenders, including Mackenzie Blackwood. You can also find my article. I'm blogging in two different places now, just to get back to basics. On hockeybuzz.com, wrote up a little write-up about Wedgewood. But who would you think, who do you like in free agency, perhaps? That Tom Fitzgerald, Devils GM, who he would go after? Anybody that you like? Or would it be via trade? I don't know. But I would expect that Fitzgerald is not done because goaltending was an issue this past season. Yes, I know, the whole COVID thing kind of screwed things up for Mackenzie Blackwood. He did start the season hot, but when he went down, I thought Scott Wedgewood, even Aaron Dell, for that matter, filled in very well. All right, so moving on. Last night's game, Stanley Cup Finals, Game 4. Did you watch that? I did. And my blog will be on Pucks and Pitchforks blog, pucksandpitchforks.com. We're having a little technical difficulties, but I did write it this morning about my thoughts about the Montreal Canadiens penalty kill, which, by the way, 30 for 30, killed off 13 straight games, playoff games, without a power play goal for the opposing team, can make a difference. That detailed the special teams, and we talked about the NFZ. If you look at what the Montreal Canadiens have done with the no fun zone, they are physical. They clear out the crease. Now, Tampa Bay Lightning is a type of team that makes you play outside of your comfort zone defensively. My goodness, are they fast? My goodness, are they skilled? But if you've noticed that the Canadiens' defense, especially on the penalty kill, they're not taking the bait. They're hanging in tight. The box is not flexible. The area in the no fun zone, NFZ is what I call it, the high danger zone, of what the analytics people call it. The Habs cleared it out and made it very difficult for the Lightning to get a clear shot. And when they did, guess who stood tall? And here comes the goaltending, Carey Price. He is probably the most technically sound goaltender in the NHL. And he had trouble, the first 3 rounds. He was stellar. He was having trouble with the Tampa Bay Lightning, the defending Stanley Cup champions. But last night, when Shea Weber got a double minor, and rightfully so, the refs can't let that go. Double minor, about less than a minute in the game, and the Canadiens had to kill off a 4-minute power play. It was a daunting task, but did you see what the Habs did? They rallied, and they basically covered their captain's ass. That defense is textbook style, a how to play the penalty kill, forcing the Tampa Bay Lightning to play the perimeter, clearing out the crease. Carey Price, seeing the puck as well as you can. I mean, this Lightning team is fast. They buzz around. But their positioning, the Habs positioning, was so solid. They did not take the bait, and they almost scored on that kill. I forgot it was a Suzuki. I forgot who had a chance on their other end. And, I have to say, the Devils and the coaching staff and the players can learn from something about this. I mean, I wrote this on for Pucks and Pitchforks blog, and it's going to go up soon, I promise, that you cannot teach talent, but you can definitely teach defense and penalty killing. And what the Habs did was they were the least amount of points in the regular season to make the playoffs, go on a run, upsetting the Leafs, upsetting the Jets, upsetting the Golden Knights, now playing against the defending Stanley Cup champions, able to force a Game 5. I'm telling you, defense wins championships. Great defense leads into good offense. And Josh Anderson with the game-winning goal after killing a 4-minute power play, a double minor, Shea Weber, their captain. It's amazing what a great defense can do. Can change the momentum of a game, can change the momentum of a series. Now, I'm not saying that the Habs can automatically come back, but look, Game 5, if the Lightning get too nervous or get complacent, excuse me, and the Habs win that game, you force a Game 6, and you've got a ruckus crowd outside, inside, all of Canada for Game 6, win a squeaker there, and force a Game 7, and now it's just a matter of a bad bounce. It can happen, but it all starts with a great defense, and we talked about it numerous occasions on the Let's Go Devils podcast, post-game, State of the Fan address, that no fun zone, that high danger area needs to be protected, and that's why the Canadiens are very successful in the 2021 NHL playoffs, is because of their PK unit, where their players are taking care of business, staying disciplined on the kill, but also getting stellar goaltending from Carey Price as the last line of defense. Devils can learn something of it. Hey, watch the replay. Watch Game 5. You will see what I'm talking about the Habs penalty killing unit. Nothing short but stellar. And which carried them to the finals. The team with the least amount of points in the regular season and the lowest seeds of the lowest seeds. And on top of that, I mean, you know, they're not exactly at full capacity with the crowd. Not their fault, but, you know, you kind of lose some of that home ice edge a little bit. But I'll tell you, those fans, they were cheering them on. But yeah, let's get back to basics. Let's get back to great defense. You can check it out probably later tonight or tomorrow on pucksandpitchforks.com. All right, and one last bit of news. Couple items. We will be back live on location at Todd's Lounge 973 for an NHL draft party. Shorts Guy will be there. I think Beer Baron should be there. And also the guys on Hockey on Tap podcast, Billy Dean, Schwim, and Lil Steve. We're going to celebrate. And also DJ Shelley will be there as well. Starting off the party. So we're getting back to basics, even as the podcast continues. But we took a little hiatus, trying to get some rest because we know 2021-22 season will be great. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You should be too. But yeah, big things are happening with the podcast. Also, check out my blogs on hockeybuzz.com and pucksandpitchforks.com. You know Nick Villano from the Wednesday podcast. Doing a great job there. Okay. Last but not least, is coming over the wire when I was trying to get this podcast up. The Devils ownership taking over Wollman Rink in New York City. Please, and I hope they do this, please put a Devils logo on that Zamboni in the wintertime. And just right in Central Park in front of the New York Rangers and the Islanders. That would be kind of cool. Maybe an outdoor practice, perhaps? An outdoor game? At Wollman Rink? Come on, Joshua Harris. Come on, David Blitzer. Make it happen. Let's take over New York. Invade enemy territory. Well, we'll see what happens. It's just a pipe dream. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Dropping the podcast about half an hour after we get off the air on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you find your podcasts, iHeart app, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, wherever. Joey says Rangers suck. Yes, I know. Thank you, everybody. Till next time, let's go Devils.